Hello? Can you hear me? Hi, can you hear me? Oh, it's you. I think you watched my last video when I told you about the Kwame of creation, but let me tell you the story of the Kwame of destruction. Long, long time ago, there was a Kwame. The Kwame had everything, human friends, but people use her for trades, her weird objects for help. She never had true friends. She always wanted something just like her, a magical being just like her. Once there was a shooting star falling. And that shooting star, people don't know if it was actually a shooting star. That's how the myth of shooting stars became actually. People don't know if it was the shooting star, if it was the star's energy. They don't know if the star's energy mixed with her shadow. So yeah, people like to say it was a shooting star granting a wish. So Tiki had granted a wish. Her and Plag was created. Plag, people like to say Plag and Tiki are siblings, but they're actually two separate creatures. People like to call them siblings, like I said, but one is destruction and others creation. Everything alive has an end and their destruction. Plagas represented it. Tiki represents the creation what we made, and Plag represents that creation can die with destruction. Plag was a few hundred years. Plag was deeply in love with Tiki, but he was too scared, so he had a plan. He thought he could make out of his cataclysm a heart. For those 100 years, he figured out, and Tiki teached him how to use the powers. Of course, it was hard because Tiki had different powers, complete opposites of power. The power to create, but Black had the power of destruction. And Black wanted to make out of the crown a thing we like to call right now a heart. He made it up out of his mind and right. And he wanted to beat in that heart with some roses. That's why people say roses. People say roses are usually people use roses. So that's why he had some roses and he was Tiki. But something gone wrong. He didn't know how to use his cataclysm perfectly. He accidentally destroyed every single dinosaur. People were afraid. People were scared. People didn't know what to do. So the people dropped them. Tiki was hated. Plag was hated. They were banished. People were scared of their powers because Black destroyed a bunch of lives with the destruction. Luckily, some animal species survived, including humans. Us. So if Tiki hadn't saved some of us, we would have been dead. We should have feigned the power of. But as we know, Black didn't do it on purpose. Through time, a person found Flag. He put some metal in. He tied a wire. He tied it around his finger, and that wire back then was the camouflage mode. And he transformed. And he created the word to transform was Flag cloth out. And like I said with the Tiki miraculous, Tiki's the camouflage mode changes through the times, but the activated mode doesn't. And he and the but somehow people noticed when they transform, the power of destruction isn't that powerful. Somehow the ring contains that energy, and people have some fears. Some people say that if people had that strong of a destruction power, we would have been dead. Some people say that maybe the miraculous limits the power of destruction, but personally, I think it limits the power of destruction because we know that Plague destroyed the dinosaurs. Imagine if humans had the power. So we can only still the power of destroy anything with touch. It sounds perfect. Plague and Tiki. Of course, Tiki never really knew about his plan of heart, and Tiki was kind of mad at him. But Tiki, going through times, kind of tried to getting her own crush, but she was too scared, like Black, to tell her feelings. And that's how Plag was born. Of course, Tiki and Plag, but now let's talk about the part of creation. Why when they fuse C, how can it, logically when destruction and creation fuse, they grant a wish because Tiki is not at her full form. For her shadow took some of her power, but made it into destructive. When she fuses with the pleg, she gets the power. They can use the power of creation, and that's everything. But do you want this to be in a Gacha Club series? Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. And if you want to be in the series, but you're gonna be like all in the older times, or this could be fit into Miraculous Squirrel, to be honest. Bye.